I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday, the 7th of March. The warming trend continues over the next couple of days, and the weekend looking a little drier now. Let's go to some of the Skycam shots, and actually, let's start with a shot from far, far away. How about the sun? Interesting solar flare, a powerful one there, released on the surface of the sun yesterday. Remains to be seen exactly how that plays out here on Earth. Those happen a lot, but this was just a strong one. But those can create rather intense geomagnetic storms and displays of the aurora borealis, the northern lights. And sometimes the really strong ones can produce them in the lower latitudes, maybe as far south as North Alabama. Rarely ever see them here, but we'll keep an eye on that. Now, the Skycam shots around the network. There's the Tuscaloosa Skycam. It's clear and cool, but not as cold as yesterday. There's a look at downtown Fayette, Alabama. And from Walker County, that's our Skycam in Parrish along Highway 269, south of Jasper. As expected, a big upper low is forming over the southwest United States, and how that thing behaves will ultimately determine our weekend weather. And things have changed a bit, as you'll see. Temperatures this morning are pretty mild ahead of that thing, with 60s up into Kansas and Missouri. And we will be warmer in coming days, clearly. Here's our watch warning map. Some snow issues out west, wind issues out there. And again, that red flag warning, it's based on very dry air and breezy conditions with a wildfire danger. Convective outlook. The good news, no big severe weather issues expected, at least here for a while. This is today, the day one outlook, just a low chance of thunderstorms that produce hail over Oklahoma and Kansas. And tomorrow we do have the standard slight risk around the Arklatex. Places like Shreveport, Texarkana, Tyler, Longview, Texas, even back over toward Dallas. And Alabama is not in any risk for the next 7 days for now. Ooh, but look at the rain in Texas. Now remember, they've had a big old nasty drought, so hey, that's not necessarily bad news for those guys. The bullseye, 7.1 inches. Wow. Out there around Canton, Texas, 3.5 inches around Tupelo, Mississippi. And the amounts vary greatly here. And by the way, this is valid through the weekend, through Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. Up around the Shoals, 3 inches. Down around Dothan, amounts closer to 1 inch. And again, models are not very consistent over how much rain we're going to get here in the weekend forecast. So let's get in there and take a look. This is the latest run I have in the house when I do this update early this morning. This is the 06C GFS, valid at noon today. And this is at 500 millibars. There's your southwest trough. And down below that, pretty decent day. Partly sunny, low 70s today. Tomorrow, the rain begins to organize and get closer. We might consider the chance of a shower late tomorrow, especially for northwest Alabama, but most of the state should be dry. Sky becomes cloudy, will be up in the mid-70s. And again, the good rains, Little Rock, Memphis, places like that. Friday, that rain eases in here with the push of cooler air to the north. And no doubt it looks like Friday will be a day with a good chance of showers and storms. But Saturday, here's the deal. We've got the upper low that's over the southwest, and we've got ridging here. And accordingly, with the ridge, boom, all of a sudden it's drier. I mean, the GFS looks bone dry on this run where, the past 8-9 runs have shown rain on Saturday. But if this is right, the day would be mostly dry with some sun and a high close to 70. So, wow, that's a whole lot better. Let's check the European just for a second opinion, and it looks mostly dry with a high close to 70. So we'll need to go ahead and back off on those rain chances on Saturday, maybe mention only a small chance for now. And even Sunday looks mostly dry. Still that big rain out west, eastern Texas, parts of Arkansas, Louisiana. But again, if that's right, it would be pretty decent here. In fact, almost a wedge type thing coming in from the east that would cool us down with highs back in the 60s. We'll mention the chance of a shower Sunday for now and adjust that as we get closer, but no doubt the weekend is looking drier and better. Monday of next week, the upper system is weakening, opening up, lifting north, and a little trailing front that might bring a few showers, but again, that doesn't look like a big deal. Tuesday of next week, that front just kind of fizzles out. We stay in a fairly moist air mass, but there's no dynamic support for rain, just a small chance of a shower. And the same thing a week from today, Wednesday of next week. Some clouds, maybe a shower, but certainly nothing organized if this is right. Check the end of the forecast, March 22nd. Look at that 588 ridge down there over southern tip of Texas. That looks like summer. Huge trough over or just off the Pacific coast and shortwave north of us, but that's not a cold look, and accordingly that looks mild and maybe showery, but same story. We're still looking for that late season winter weather mischief, but not showing up on this run. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video here, hopefully this afternoon. We're traveling to Tuscaloosa today to program weather radios. If we have time, we'll crank out one this afternoon. If not, we'll have one by tomorrow morning. If you're local to us, catch us on the news this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
The first thing you've got to understand, you cannot rely on an outdoor siren. You cannot hear those inside a home, a building, a church. It won't work. You've got to get something inside your house. That's a weather radio or maybe a smartphone app. We work with a company that's developed a wonderful weather radio app for Android phones and iPhones. It knows where you are, and if you're in a tornado warning polygon, you get the warning. And if you're not, you don't. It's an effective device, and it's a great way to be sure you get the warning.